The following podcast is a member of the Pokécasters Network. Pokécasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokécastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, and you're gonna love this. Since we last recorded, I've watched way too much D&D, so...
Oh.
But I hate the changes that may or may not come.
Which D&D content did you watch?
College humor stuff?
Oh, what's it called?
Yes.
Dimension 20?
Yeah.
With Brennan Lee Mulligan? Oh.
The GOAT. Hello, and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only show that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, not having taken a month and a half break.
It's totally me, Mansour. And I've got someone with me who is a professional Pokemon taxidermist.
No! No! Just no! 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 Try again! Absolutely. Normally I'll go with what you say, but no. Absolutely. Try again.
I'll try again. And I've got someone here with me who is an amateur Pokemon taxidermist.
It's me, Muhammad.
I refuse to be a professional at this specific task. How's it been, guys? How's it going?
It's been fun.
Absolute silence. Nothing's been happening. We haven't been gone for the past however many weeks. It's fine. It's fine.
What do you mean 1 week? It's been 1 week, Muhammad.
Exactly. I said however many.
It has not been 1 week.
Yeah.
It has not been 1 week.
Yeah.
It has not been 1 week.
Just so everyone's on the same page.
Yeah. So to all of you at home, this is going to be a lot more condensed than you may notice. But basically what happened was we recorded all of Arc 3, we ended Arc 3, and took a short break. And then we recorded the first episode of Arc 4, and then I decided to prematurely retire for a month and a half. I have now returned from the depths of the sea and back to claim my rightful place as ranked 79th in Croatia, or whatever that one time was, somewhere higher up in the Discord.
Was it Croatia or was it some other Baltic country?
It was some Baltic country that...
Baltic or Balkan?
Baltic?
I think it's Balkan.
Somewhere that isn't Western Europe.
Yes.
How's that? But I've come back. We have returned.
Oh wait, you're.
Are we better or worse?
Balkan.
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Wait, hold on. I now have to look at a map. I'm pretty
it's somewhere
sure
in the Discord if that helps.
No.
I don't even know if that's the right country though.
Well, I'm just trying to get Baltic versus Balkan.
All right. Well,
Balkans are the Balkans are like Croatia, Greece, like Bosnia, Serbia.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And the Baltic Sea is next to Ukraine and Turkey. It's that little bit of water.
I think.
Yes. I'm looking at a map right. Or no, that's the Black Sea. Where's the Baltic Sea?
What?
I thought, are Baltic countries just like
or is it the Balkan Peninsula? Is that where it gets into?
You know what we could do? We could have a question of the day. Our question of the day is: what's the difference between Baltic and Balkan?
Yeah, Baltic countries are the countries that are just south of Norway, just south of Scandinavia.
The Baltics, not the Balkans.
Like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Those are the Baltics.
Yeah.
Welcome to Not a Scratch, your geography class. I'm your
yeah. The Baltic Sea is right there.
Yeah.
And there is no Balkan Sea. It's the Balkan Peninsula or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Balkan states are the ones that are East Mediterranean.
Well, the Balkans are The Baltic states are basically Yugoslavia.
Mm-hmm.
The Baltic states or the Balkan states?
The Balkan states. The Baltic states are Russia.
Yes. That sounds.
I don't know if that's gonna make it into the.
No, I think that's wrong, but
Okay, guys, here
No,
it is.
they are Russia. Let's be
Question
Given
of
the
the day.
political instability of that region, I think we should just stop. Otherwise,
Question of the
we're gonna
day.
make some people very
What's the
upset.
difference between Baltic and Balkan? You can answer it in the comment section below. And because this is a podcast episode, there is no comment section. So have fun with that.
Oh, the Discord is gonna have fun with this one. And by
People are
the
gonna leave
Discord-
us terrible Apple reviews.
Now,
Please
here's the best thing. I say the Discord's gonna have fun. There's just gonna be me saying that with no context is what's gonna happen in post.
Because you have said that, future me will probably do that. So
Yeah, no. See, I was just ensuring that happens because then it's just gonna.
yeah, please do, because future me is very persuaded by anything you guys actually say.
But trust me, I know.
Anyway, so last week on episode 1 of Arc 4, something happened.
Whoa.
Our historian, as proven last week, aka a month and a half ago, either messed up multiple weeks before and we just kept the streak going accidentally, or messed it up last week and then just kind of left it messed up. Either way, the streak is over. We know that for a fact. Now the question is, are we starting a new streak? Is Muhammad going with this, or should I do it? Now, I will give you a hint. I literally listened to the last half an hour of the episode just now, but you guys can take it if you'd like.
All I remember is Celebi shows up, yada yada yada, time travel, yada yada, I don't know the plan yet, yada yada, I think I'll know the plan yet in the future. And then something about going into the dream or the psychic world, and we're like reliving the dream that Kyle had back in Arc 3, and then then we're like running towards like a burning barn, and then 2 legendary Pokemon show up. And that's all I remember.
Considering the number of yada yadas, that's actually remarkably close.
That's not bad considering the general avoidance of detail. Now, some of the details you gave
You're
were
ignoring
wrong.
details.
Of the few details you gave, a couple were wrong. But
If I were ever to be a teacher and a kid failed like an exam, I'd be like, not bad given the complete avoidance of detail, but not bad.
Muhammad, anything you want to add before I give either an actual summary or additional details, depending on how much you have to add?
I mean, do we want me to just dunk on him right now? Is that what we want to
Go
do?
for it. Are we starting your streak? Is Arc
Dunk
4
on
your...
me.
Okay, my streak was the entire first 2 arcs.
That's very true, although I do remember... I contributed sometimes.
You
I also hopped in there once or twice.
No, you contributed on the second episode of any given recording session.
That's very true. That's very true.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead and add what you got.
All right, so let's go through his summary. Celebi showed up end of Arc 3, so we start Arc 4, and Celebi, as Mansour said, does indeed go yada yada yada. I don't know the plan, but let's figure it out. Please come along. And Kyle, for some reason, decides, why not? And so Celebi just kind of time travels them to somehow the psychic world. They're somehow there. And Kyle, they are kind of reliving Kyle's dream sequence from Arc 3, where basically they have all the items, and they have all the items, they have all the legendary items along with this additional legendary item that just is there that they didn't know about, that they don't really have any real info on. And they eventually Celebi also left them with a box with a button. I think Celebi left them with it, or they just found it. It's all very confusing. It's all time travel. This is where the show takes a huge left turn. And so they go to the gazebo room. They push the button, and now they're transported, presumably into the past, where they meet Keldeo and the 3. Are they called the Sacred Swords? What are those 3 called?
Oh shoot.
What are those?
Hold up, I have it here.
What's that trio called? Are they the sword trio? The 3 swordsmen?
Swords of Justice, I think.
The Swords of Justice. Yes. They meet Keldeo. Keldeo's trying to put out the fire on a burning building and is failing miserably. Manaphy kind of helps a little bit, I think. Manaphy is like very slowly learning Bubble Beam is what's really happening here. And eventually, I don't remember if they put out the fire or not. But the Source of Justice show up, and that's where we left the episode, because apparently now we leave every episode with, and a legendary Pokemon has showed up. I don't know if you...
Swords of Justice is an actual group. I'm just looking this up right now. Cool.
Yes.
It's almost like, and this is crazy, but...
I'm not creative.
Well, it's not you that's not creative. It's the Pokemon company that is, taking ideas from other, cultures and mythology and everything.
Oh, I thought for a second you were going to say they took it from us. And I'm like, your timeline's even more out of whack than Celebi's, but at least, hey, I'll take the credit.
We actually did come up with the name. This was, Anirudh and I were, third graders when we submitted this, as they were developing Gen 5. And it was,
Something like that. Somewhere in the 3 to 6 range. Anyway, regardless of all that, that is all correct. There is one kind of enormous detail that you guys have missed out on.
That does not surprise me. I did not understand what was happening last episode.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. The big detail that you missed out on is the fact that you currently are holding every legendary item.
Oh yeah, we are.
Because you stole them from your future self.
I thought I did mention that, but I guess not.
Yeah, it wasn't in the sequence. You kind of just jumped over that fact. But
I did skip over the fact that, we have all the items. I just kind of grazed by it. But yeah, we have all the items. Not the special 8th item that I'm assuming summons Arceus. But
yeah, they currently have all legendary.
I do remember we had a chance to use it and we chose not to, and then it disappeared.
Well, because Kyle was basically like, do I break what was in the dream sequence, or do I just follow the dream sequence? And so
to be fair, following the dream sequence, when you took the items, you didn't follow the dream sequence, but...
Shh, it's
it's not important, yeah, who cares? Anyway, it's not like that'll impact the story or anything like that. Oh, let's see. Yeah.
There are 2 Aquamonikas?
What? That's crazy talk. Anyway, outside of that, those are the big points, at least, that were from the previous episode. I guess one minor thing that isn't really a plot point, but it was a thing. Kyle does not, how do I describe it? Does not admire Celebi as much, I guess, because of Celebi's sort of scatterbrain tactics.
Oh yeah, yes. It was a classic never meet your idol moments.
Right. Yeah. Not really a big thing, but just sort of an emotional thing, because I know that took up a sizable portion of the
Ralph
episode.
1,000 times I never wanted to meet Celebi in person. I only wanted a picture. You can't disappoint a picture.
But that is pretty much it. We now flash forward into the past, basically. As you said, you were right. Basically, Swords of Justice show up as you guys are finishing the barn problematic situation. And so, anything else you want to add before we do the thing?
Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go.
All right. Mansour, anything you want to add real quick before we do the thing?
Nope.
Cool. Then let us dive on in. Splash. Where we last left off, a barn was on fire, and then it kind of stopped being on fire thanks to the heroic efforts of Keldeo, Ralph, Kyle, and the kid.
The child.
The child. The chosen one, maybe. Actually, no, by definition, I don't think Manaphy's the chosen one. Anyway, that happens, and the Swords of Justice have shown up. Basically, come to save the day, except the day's kind of been saved. So you guys turn around and you see these Swords of Justice. You see Terrakion, you see Virizion, you see Cobalion. Any impressions, or like, whoa, those are 3 things that were in the books that are kind of like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
I feel like Kyle, because Kyle wasn't really shocked, meeting Keldeo. So it's like, all right, I think Kyle is in the space of like, I guess we're just messing with the legendary Pokemon now. I guess this is what's happening. All right, let's hurry this up so that Celebi could take us back or whatever.
Ralph, much like Mansour, is very confused and has little to no idea what's going on. And so he's just like, oh, okay, I guess you're here. All right. What's going on? All right.
Does Ralph recognize the fact that his code name is literally standing in front of him?
I think he does recognize that, but he just doesn't know how to process it just yet.
So the 3 of them kind of show up in big hero glamour, I guess. and kind of they stride up to the barn that is now mostly secured. It's still standing. It's not great, but because you guys were able to help out relatively quickly, Keldeo and the barn are basically safe. And Keldeo continues to work on sort of fixing the barn when Keldeo turns around and sees the 3 legendary Pokemon. And Keldeo's like, hello. And so I'm gonna have to make this distinct. Terrakion's voice pops up.
Well, I see that this was a problem. Looks like you've solved it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Losing track.
Verizian comes up.
Well, of course, I understand that your actions were done very well. Congratulations again on solving an issue that seems you were the only one that was willing to go and fight.
Kabalion comes up.
Yes. Well done, Keldeo. I see you've done a good job saving, eventually, the town had this fire spread too far.
Both of you make a perception check.
First die roll in forever. What's my perception? Beauty. 0. Right, I remember this. 12.
Oh, both of you make a perception check. I don't know.
Perception, that's beauty. That's -1 still for me, or did I get that up to 0?
I'm assuming it's whatever you started with, because you've only had one boost thing, and I think you put it to tough.
My beauty is still -1. And a D20 -1 is a 12.
Hey.
Okay. So both of you rolled a 12, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so both of you noticing the same thing, which you can make whatever inferences you can. All 3 of the Swords of Justice are focused solely on Keldeo as they talk.
So we've interacted with Keldeo.
You've interacted with Keldeo.
Correct.
Okay, so Keldeo knows about us.
Yes. At the very least, Keldeo has spoken to you, and you've spoken to Keldeo.
Okay. All right. Kyle's just gonna watch this exchange go. I don't know if Ralph is gonna do anything with that.
Ralph is gonna slowly walk up to Keldeo and kind of clear his throat, like, do you want to introduce us to your friends here? Maybe.
Oh, I really don't know who. I mean, I know of them, but would you like me to introduce them to you?
And at this, Terrakion kind of just like furrows its eyebrows and looks at Keldeo.
What? Child, are the fumes getting to your brain? You seem to be talking to no one.
What? I feel real. Kyle, am I still here?
Kyle just looks at Ralph, blinks once, and shrugs.
I'm not
Hello,
real.
and I start like snapping my fingers in front of Terrakion's face. Hello, hello, Mr. Teraki. I'm literally you. Hello, I'm here.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Keldeo's like,
Yeah, I sort of faint. I think probably the fumes.
and looks out to the Swords of Justice's perspective, looks out in the distance. But from your guys' perspective, it's clear he's looking at Kyle with like a confused look on his face. On its face, sorry.
Kyle at this point is just looking at Keldeo like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I guess I don't know. He's got that look on his face.
Kabalion comes up.
Well, you seem like a courageous sort. Have you considered trying out?
Trying out for what?
Trying out for what we're calling a guild tryout. We're looking for a new member to join the Swords of Justice, and we've heard about your exploits, your ability to save people in our community. You should come along.
I guess we're just gonna go unappreciated for all of our efforts then.
Kyle just
maybe.
gives Ralph the look of just like.
I mean, potentially. I don't know.
All three of them turn to Keldeo, and in a unified voice, they all say,
My child, why did you not run like the others?
and then Keldeo just looks confused and responds back,
I don't know. I thought other Pokemon would be in trouble, so I tried to save them. Why will you not try out for the Swords of Justice?
to be honest, I don't feel confident I'd do well. I mean, how could I be successful where stronger, wiser, and braver Pokemon have failed? Kabalion walks up again, and basically standing in front of Keldeo goes,
I recommend you try out. We think it's wise for you to do so.
And then all three of them turn around and walk back into town. Okay, so first impressions.
Cutscene over.
Sort of, basically.
Loading screen back into play.
Yeah, so what... Kellio kind of watches them go off, turns to you guys, turns back to them, turns to you guys.
You guys are...
Corporeal, right? Like, and Kellio literally, like, takes one of its hooves and tries to, like tap Ralph to be like, you are real, right? Hits you.
Okay.
I think I'm real. I feel very real.
What do they say? If it looks like a duckling, acts like a duckling, quacks like a duckling, it is a duckling, right?
I sure.
Duckling and not ducklet? Is duckling? Oh, stupid one.
I think I heard my...
Wait, I might be thinking of ducklet. I might just be stupid. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's ducklet.
I think I've heard my mom say either or.
No,
I've heard the phrase before.
Unrude.
Yeah.
It's ducklet and deerling. That's what you did.
That's what I really messed up on.
Yeah, if it quacks like a ducklet, talks like a ducklet, ducklet like a ducklet, it's a ducklet. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I've heard that. My mom's used it with ducklet or deerling. It's all the same.
Huh. That's weird. Why didn't they notice you guys?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Huh. Well, thank you again for helping me out. If you'd like to, would you like to come inside? This is effectively my home, but...
I look at Kyle and raise my eyebrows like, do we?
Kyle just nods, just like, yeah, no, absolutely, why not?
Manaphy from your bag, it just kind of goes, God, Jaya. It kind of like, he was basically like, forward march. And you guys walk into the barn. Now, the barn on the outside is a smoky red, if that's a color, based on the burning part. The inside looks pretty secure, like your standard barn, except slightly damaged, I guess, as you can tell by the burning part. A lot of hay in the areas, or what you could presume is hay and grass and other sorts of things. There's sort of hay gathered up in a corner that seems to be used as Keldio's bed, and a few other areas that are like more cleanly placed for like table and a shelf and other things like that. Very pedestrian, I guess, would be the best way to describe it.
Pedestrian. Oh, yes, that is an adjective you can use.
That is a word.
Yes.
That is a word.
No, but I was just like, how does that apply in this situation? I was like, okay.
Yeah, or standard or something like that.
Yeah.
So you guys walk into Keldio's house, put into quotation marks.
Oh, cool place you got here.
Thanks. It's not much, but it's home.
Kyle's like very like immediate. Is the shelf like by like, you know, the more like well kept part of the barn? Is it like a bookshelf? Is it like what kind of shelf?
It's your standard shelf, not necessarily a bookshelf, just a couple of planks sticking out.
Is that where he keeps like stuff for like eating and drinking, stuff for like, you know?
Yeah, there's a few berries out there. Yeah, a couple apples and other sorts of foods.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of valuable things, at least from your initial perspective.
Interesting. Cool.
So, quick question, Keldion.
Sorry, it's Kellio.
Oh, sorry?
Kellio.
Keldeo? Sorry, my bad.
No, not a problem.
I mixed you up with Kekleon, I think. Where...
Kyle just shoots Ralph a glare, just like, dude.
Words are hard. Anyway, where are we?
Where are you?
Yeah, like, which state of the Alakaz region are we in?
Kyle just like holds his hand up, just like, stop. I think what my friend's trying to ask is, what town is this that you live in? We're travelers, and we're just, you know, we stumbled upon this one.
What town is this? Well, this is the capital of our empire.
Sorry, keep going.
Sure, the town's called shoot, I need a town name that would make sense.
And I'm assuming we can't help you inform this decision, considering you'd have to give us some sort of spoiler to help you.
No, you know what? This works. Yeah, so this is the capital of our empire. We don't really have a name for it. We just kind of call it the Unova town.
Unova town?
Yeah.
Huh.
Kyle
I
just
mean, I guess.
Never heard of it.
Kyle's just like nodding his head along. It's just like, so, it looks like you've met the swords before, right?
I guess. I mean, they've kind of been oh, what do they call it? There's a term for it. They're like heroes that go out and try to save the day, that sort of thing.
Heroes?
Oh, I can't remember the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like a team of heroes that try to help people.
I think they called it a guild.
Yeah, they said it killed. Let me roll real quick. No, Keldeo has no idea what it is. Keldeo's like, it's a name and it's a thing. I guess, yeah. But anyway, they're one of the biggest ones in our empire, and they're trying to find a fourth member at least, and they keep asking for me to join, and I don't know.
Well, if they keep asking you to join, why not just try out?
Well, I'm a little scared. I mean, look, that's. I think I can. Can I? Oh, nat 20. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely tell you guys aren't from around here. So maybe you're from a distant empire or something. That's cool. Anyway, they're these guys are literal legends. Like, it's crazy. They're so good at their jobs, and I would just hold them back.
Well, look, let me just tell it to you how it is, okay? You're not the one asking to join. They're the ones asking you. So clearly they see something that you don't. I would trust them if I were you.
Ralph's looking at Kyle with such beaming pride, thinking about how he was in Arc Zero and how far he's come now, encouraging someone else to join a guild. Oh, it's so cute.
Kyle is not looking at Ralph. Kyle is looking at
Good.
Kyle, roll persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion is
Cute.
cool? Cute. Okay. So instead of -1, it's a +1. And 19 + 1, baby.
Oh, perfect. You see Keldeo kind of perk up. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I guess they are asking for me.
you rolled dirty 20, correct?
Yes, dirty.
Okay.
Yeah. So what if I'm not the strongest or the bravest that might try out? They're asking for me. I can do this.
Kyle just like gives him like a thumbs up, like, and a nod, just like, yep.
Yeah, I got this.
And you see Keldeo kind of slump down again. I don't know where I got this. I don't know where the tryouts are. And in all the haste and confusion, I forgot to ask.
Got it. Well, they went into town, so that's a place to start.
Keldeo perks up again.
That's it. Yeah, we'll go into town. Yeah, let's go now. Would you guys like to come with me? You don't have to, of course, but I would kind of appreciate it.
Kyle just like shrugs and nods, and I'm assuming Kyle put down his bag, so like he picks up his bag, and I'm assuming Manaphy's in the bag, and he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, Manaphy's trying to drag the bag out of there. Like, let's go, come on.
Sure. Let's get out of here.
Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM of Not a Scratch, and thank you for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends. Share us with people that have the same favorite legendary Pokemon that you do. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch and have a bunch of awesome people that have already joined. Join us to help build the Not a Scratch community. We want to thank Glitchx City for the song Kirby's Dreamland, the lo-fi remix, and we want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Middle Earth Dawn, Throne Room, and Waiting Time. We also want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future, including early access to episodes, special behind-the-scenes looks at what goes into the game, special newsletters from the Outcast region, and more. You'll also be recognized during the show. Thank you to our guild interns Ginny, Harper, Alchemage, and Ursa93, our guild member Kira1, and thank you to our guild master Eli. For more information, check out the links in the episode descriptions or contact us on Discord or Twitter. time is running out for our giveaway of Arc 3. Now, granted, Arc 3 did end a long time ago, but we are getting to our giveaway. Long story short, the giveaway is basically anything you want within reason. So there is a basic $25 limit if you're wanting something that's actual physical or purchasable, or if you'd like to be on the show or something interesting like that. The limit is your imagination. There's a couple of ways to enter. You can become a member of our Discord to earn one entry, and there is a link to that in the description below, or leave a review of the podcast and share it with us, with Twitter, email, however you can, for 3 entries. Now, if you aren't able to share a review on your podcast platform, let us know how you feel about the show by writing a mock review and sending that to us. Now, the giveaway ends on November 15th, 2021 at 11:59 Eastern US time, which is coming up soon, so make sure to get your entries in quick. There's going to be at least 5 new winners, and if you're an old winner, you've got a shot at winning as well, so you have a real chance of winning something here. If you're interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we'd love to help. All you have to do is send us an email or contact us on Twitter or Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. What I'd like to promote is actually our Discord for multiple reasons. Number 1, it's a fun place. You should join. Number 2, it's part of the giveaway that we're running, and so if you want to join the Discord to be part of that giveaway, I would highly recommend it. And number 3, there's an interesting event that's going on in the background that we're planning involving a Pokemon League. That's all I'm going to say now. If you want more information, join the Discord and prepare yourself for an event like no other. Now, back to the story. So you 4, I guess, walk out of the smoking barn into town. This is Unova Town, as my genius self has called it, capital of this empire. What empire? You can ask later. As you continue forward into town, you notice, well, maybe both of you make a either.
Perception?
Yeah, you can choose. They're both the same at the end of the day, but they'll mean different things. You can choose either perception or insight. They're both beauty, but choose.
I want perception. I want to learn about this place.
I will then do insight. 9.
I got 12.
Okay, so from your insight roll, Ralph, as you're trying to glean more information from somebody else, you notice that as you get closer and closer into town, more and more people are coming through, and you just can't focus on any one person. As you try to start to understand one Pokemon, another Pokemon walks in front. You're just like, all right, whatever, forget it.
That's a very
a lot of
kind
people
failure.
here.
That's a very kind failure.
There's no bad failures in this one, at least. From your 12 perception roll?
12, yeah.
From your 12 perception roll, you also notice more and more people coming into town. And as you do so, you start to... How do I describe this?
Oh no, I just disconnected. Are you kidding me?
You not only get the feeling that things... You're definitely in the past. You can tell that for sure. And it's definitely far in the past. But you can also sense in the air this sort of unease, I think.
Like among among the hustle and bustle of the town, like people
Among
are
the hustle and
anxious.
bustle of the town, there's sort of this fog of... Fear is a strong word, but this sort of fog of concern, I guess,
Anxiety
from
almost.
all of the townspeople. Like, you can tell people are trying to act like their normal daily things are all in good and dandy. But you can tell, for example, as you're walking by, one Pokemon, as soon as they're done shopping, takes their kid and just walks really fast towards their house. Like, those sort of things. You pick up on that.
Interesting.
Paranoia.
Is this something that like is happening like all around this, like even like without us being there, or is it like our presence, or do I have no clue?
With the 12, you're not sure.
Okay.
You just know that's the case.
Interesting. Okay, I'll keep that in my back pocket.
So Keldeo and the squad continues walking forward until they reach a very fancy building, I guess.
Is there any
Well,
sort
no,
of-
this isn't a fancy building, I think. A better way to describe this is a castle.
That's a jump.
That is a big jump, and I'm going with it. This is a castle that you are effectively
Oh my.
here. And you can see on a sign in front of the castle, the gate's there, it's a moat, your classic thing, basically in the center of the city. You can see up there the Swords of Justice in a sign on the building, I guess.
So is there a way to like, is there like a bridge that we cross? Is it like there's gates before the bridge? Like,
Yeah, so you see a stone wall, probably about 4 or 5 feet tall, which for you guys being a couple feet tall, is pretty big. So about 4 or 5 feet tall walls. You see a sort of archway, and in front of that archway is a bell.
Kyle's
We
gonna, like,
wanna ring the
Take
bell?
Manaphy out of the bag and like hold Manaphy up to the bell.
Manaphy looks at the bell and looks back at you, and
I-
looks at the bell and looks back at you.
And
kinda
Kyle's
points,
just
go like,
nodding.
"Yeah?"
Kyle's just nodding as Manaphy's doing this, just like, yep.
I'm gonna roll performance for Manaphy.
Nice.
Oh, oi, little acrobat over here.
So performance is a cute. Manaphy is +1. Okay, that's what I expect. So Manaphy basically heads to start ringing the bell. Keldeo looks at you in confusion at this Manaphy that it vaguely remembers before, but is like, hey, that's cool. Anyway, and Manaphy reaches for the rope and passes right through it.
Yeah?
Kyle's gonna walk up to the bell himself and give it a try.
All right, I need you to roll performance again for you. Keep rolling.
So that's cute. That's +1. Oh, 11.
So 11, you try to grab onto the rope, and you can, but barely. So you get one ring in before your hand slips from the rope.
Like, does it like slip like through, or does like do my hands like slip? Like, does it slip out of my hand?
Like slip through. Like you're able to hold the rope, swing once, and the rope just kind of swings to the side, like through your hand.
Kyle's just gonna look over at the other two and just like step back and like gesture like try.
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right, I'm gonna need a performance.
All right. Time to roll cute +1. It's not 20 time. Oh, that's a 6 +1 is a 7.
So you try, and you get the same sort of effect as Manaphy. You kind of try to grab it with two hands, maybe to give a good ring, and both of your hands go right through. So you're kind of just hugging yourself at this point.
Well, I guess I am incorporeal after all. Maybe the corporeal one should try.
Keldeo looks at you guys with extreme confusion now, and
Like Keldeo seen us
Keldeo-
all pass through this rope.
yes, unless you want to now, I'll let you, if you want to, retroactively try to hide that fact.
No,
No? Okay.
Keldeo's the only one who sees. It's fine.
Keldeo goes and rings it loud and clear. Ding, ding, ding. And you see in front of you a door that was at the castle gates kind of springs out and creates a bridge across the moat.
Fancy.
I guess we should go inside?
Kyle just nods and picks up Manaphy and starts walking.
All right. Ralph, I assume you're following.
Yep.
Ralph actually turns the other way.
Ralph just leaves.
And this is where we announce.
This is where we announce that actually, Mansour has decided to take a leave of absence.
No, wait, I didn't make this decision. Wait, hold on a minute.
This decision has been made for you.
Yeah, see, we voted on your leave of absence, and we have a 2-to-1 vote for you to leave absently.
This is the only time I'm ever gonna get to say the sentence that I've been ousted.
But you guys head on in, and this castle is huge. To put it in understatement, it reminds you vaguely of Snow's house, how it had that sort of
Wow.
infinite room capacity. It feels like that. It's not quite like that, but it feels like that.
Very nice.
Ralph, I need you to roll a history check.
Okie dokie. I'm
How?
very
Wait, is
smart.
History the one? History is, yeah, history. Ralph to roll a history check.
14.
Ralph, you've seen this castle before.
Duh? Where? Where have I seen this castle before?
With a 14, I won't say where. I'll say you remember seeing it in the past week or two.
Okay, I'm gonna check the Book of Myths.
Okay, sure. So as you're walking through, Keldeo's kind of leading the way because Keldeo kind of knows where the throne room effectively is. So you're checking through the Book of Myths. I need you to roll investigation.
That's smart again.
Yeah.
It's not 20 time. It's just gonna happen.
So Kyle,
Hello.
I'm gonna start introducing a thing that we probably should have been using a while ago, but we haven't. The sort of like the help action in D&D. So, other characters can help you if they would like to. Kyle, you see Ralph rustling through his book, seemingly looking for something. You know it's on the tip of his tongue, but he just doesn't know where. You can help him if you like or not. It's up to you.
Well, Kyle, I mean, I was going to say this before you introduced the help, but Kyle is, sees Ralph pull out the book for once, and it's like, wait, he knows something? This is weird. And it's like peering over Ralph's shoulder as he's like flipping through the book.
Okay. Is that how you help, I guess?
I mean, I think Kyle's just like also looking.
Okay, sure. In that case, if you're also looking, in that case, I'll have you roll a smart instead of Ralph rolling a second one.
Now, Kyle over here. Kyle is a very smart individual. 16.
16. So Ralph, you're going through the books. You know this. It's why you can't think of it is impossible. And then out of nowhere, Kyle's hand kind of sticks out as you're flipping through pages and stops on a particular page.
What does the page say?
So the page talks about more specifics on the Swords of Justice. And it talks about how this castle was sort of their home base, and basically where they hung out if they weren't out saving the day and stuff like that. They have like teleportation abilities that can help them go to different locations if they need to in the castle. And then it hits you. You haven't seen this from the book. Another Pokemon showed this to you.
What?
So way, way back. Maybe not episodic wise, maybe not days wise, but our real lifetime. Way, way back, there was a Miss Magius that showed you different places.
Oh yeah! I remember.
And one of the places that it mentioned, and it's like, my home could be the forest. It could be that house that showed up.
Right, and she like transported me to all these different places.
And I believe there were 3, and the third place that she transported you to was a castle. Specifically, this castle.
I remember this. Did the castle look like the way it is right now, or did it look like older or dilapidated?
It looked the same. One thing that you can notice, and both of you were able to notice this basically when you walked in, is that comparing the picture and the drawing that Sandor and the Wigglytuff made compared to this one now, the one in the book seems brighter. It seems happier, I guess, than the actual castle.
Kyle started to add up some pieces here.
Does the book say roughly, the time period of when this castle was built, or when the Swords of Justice were active?
It sort of gives a wide range of years, like between 1,500 and 1,500, like 1,500 BC and 1,500 AD, or some weird wide range like that.
Think like ancient.
But definitely
Egypt
in the
range.
past.
It's definitely in the past.
So we are in the past. Okay, interesting.
So you guys continue.
I love
to
how
go
Ralph
ahead.
is just now putting the pieces together for this.
Ralph's like, all right, I want to be 100% sure about this. I think I'm 100% sure.
It's like
Even though Celebi literally said
Celebi's like, we're going
sending
to
us
the
into the
past.
past.
Ralph's like, I don't know about this.
It's
I know
like
I trust you more than
Madagascar,
Kyle.
Norman's like San Diego.
But yeah, you guys continue to walk and you pass by some doors or anything like that. Before you head to the throne room, is there any door in particular that you want to check out? If you want to check out any at all. Basically, that's what I'm asking. Do you want to check out some of these doors or not?
I mean, Keldio's leading the way, so...
Yes. So if you check out a door, there is a chance that Keldeo just walks past and you guys get lost in the castle.
Yeah.
Or you can check out a door.
Kyle is sticking with Keldeo.
Yeah, I'll stick with Keldeo.
Alright, so you guys continue to walk through, and Keldeo reaches the Swords of Justice room. Now you see, in front of this definitely looks like the entrance to a throne room type of feeling. And in front of it, you see 3 swords, one sticking north, one sticking about 45 degrees to the right, one sticking 45 degrees to the left.
Oh my gosh, it's the actual Swords of Justice.
You can see that the middle one is sort of like a sky blue sort of color.
Are
The
these
left
like
one is a
actual
brown
swords
one.
on the ground, or are these like...
So implanted into the wall are these
Got it.
3 swords.
Got it. So the
Or
castle
not the wall,
itself faces...
implanted into the door are these 3 swords.
Okay, so like the castle itself faces north.
And you
I'm
see...
just trying to get a vibe for like what this is. This is like, are they like on display? Are they like stuck into the door? Like,
Yeah, they're quite literally stuck into the door.
okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, you see the center one going straight up, or hilt about eye level for you, Kyle, and heading straight up is the sort of sky blue color one. The left one shooting out left at 45 degrees is sort of the brown, slightly orangish one. The one heading 45 degrees to the right is sort of a green leafy color.
Cool.
And Keldeo knocks on the door, and you see first the one with the left opens up, and you see that the doors open up basically like that. And you see standing there in front of you, or sitting, I guess, on their chairs, Terrakian, Cobelian, Parisian.
All right, well, I guess it's time to go invisible mode because they don't see us most likely.
Kyle just gives Keldeo a nudge and a nod of just like, "Yep, you got it."
Yeah. Hello, Sword of Justice. I've contemplated your offer, and I'm gonna roll. And we've decided that we'll accept. I mean, I'll accept.
And the three of them kind of look like confused for a little bit, and they're like,
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Now you'll have to do a test, of course. Are you willing to undergo the examination? The guild tryout?
Yes. I think I can do it.
Very well then. Follow Verizian to the door on the left, and we can begin the examination from there.
and Verizian sort of gets up, walks over to the door on the left, opens the door. Verizian walks in. Keldeo turns to you guys, just flat out turns to you guys, and it's like,
Are you guys coming with me, or am I going by myself? I don't know.
Kyle just nods
I'm
and
gonna
like,
be with
nods
you there.
towards the door, just like, let's go.
okay.
I'll be with you the whole way.
Manaphy has literally popped out of your bag and is already walking towards the door. With a real confident sort of stroll, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, y'all can't see me. Da, 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 da.
Has Manaphy like recognized the fact that like it's invisible to everyone but Keldeo?
No, I think Manaphy's logic was, I can't touch the rope, therefore I am God. And I'm just kind of like,
Nice.
yes. Keldeo just kind of just watches Manaphy kind of stroll. We were talking about this earlier, but like Boss Baby.
Yep.
Oh
Just
no.
This real confident stroll as it walks towards the door, you guys following behind Manaphy. As soon as Manaphy walks in the door, it realizes it's dark and then just kind of hops back into your bag. Like, no.
Absolutely not.
And you reach the first door. Now, you enter in, and you see Verizian kind of just standing seemingly in the middle of this darkness as the door closes behind you. Lights pop on, and both of you get this shiver down your spine as you realize, oh no, we're in a classroom.
Does Kyle get a shiver?
Kyle still gets a shiver.
Kyle likes school.
You still get a shiver.
Dang it. Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. Kyle is going to ignore said shiver.
Ralph meanwhile, is having a panic attack.
Shiver. Oh no,
Oh,
math!
And Verizian walks over to the chalkboard and it starts to basically write on the chalkboard. Keldeo is panicking.
Oh my gosh! 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 Oh
Kyle, out of his bag, pulls out like a little like sketchbook and like takes like his pencil out of his mouth and just puts them both down in front of Keldeo.
Oh yeah.
Verizian turns around and sees Keldeo with a notepad and a pencil. It's like,
Already prepared.
fascinating. Turns back around, continues to write on the chalkboard.
And Virizian still can't see us.
Verizian has, from Verizian's perspective, saw Keldeo just kind of standing there looking panicked. Turns around, writes on the chalkboard. Turns back around. Keldeo now has a notebook, a pencil, and it's like, all right, let's do this. It's like, fascinating.
And these have just come out of thin air.
If anybody else was staring at Keldeo, yes, but Verizian was looking away, so it doesn't look like that.
Well, yeah, but like Keldeo didn't walk in with like a bag or anything.
Nope, it just poof.
Nice. I'm gonna have some fun with this mechanic.
Me too. Are there thumbtacks in this room?
Yup, dude.
No, thumbtacks have not been invented.
Oh.
I'd imagine spiral notebooks have also not been invented.
No, they have not.
Nice. Carry on.
So Verizian has now finished their drawing and has 6 lines at the top, 6 lines at the bottom, and a leaf.
I remember
Like
this.
6 like horizontal lines?
6 horizontal lines on the top, 6 horizontal lines at the bottom, and has drawn a leaf. And Verizian says,
Your first test is a test of knowledge. Be careful. You may not use all of the lines.
and Verizian kind of just steps back and watches.
Ooh, I remember this. Oh my gosh, memory unlocking. Remember when we tried out for guilds, Kyle?
Oh, we did this? What?
Yeah, we did do this.
Kyle's just like sitting back with a smug look, just kind of looking at Keldeo and just like nodding to the chalkboard, like, go on.
Okay, both of you roll a d20.
Okay.
Keldeo just fails right here. It's a wrap.
10.
I gave Keldeo a 9, so...
Keldeo is looking at the board, very, very slowly putting pieces together, and then starts panicking.
Hey, Keldeo, do you want us to feed you the answers?
Kyle whips around to Ralph and glares at him.
Never mind. God doesn't like that idea.
I should probably roll for Keldeo now. That's kind of important. Let's see. What is Keldeo? Actually, that's a good... Okay. Keldeo, what do you got for me? Whew. Barely. Okay. Keldeo, as you sort of glare at... both of you make a perception check.
Okay. 3.
No! I rolled a nat 20, but it's -1. It's been wasted.
Ooh. It's... Well, no. If you roll a nat 20, that's a nat 20. That means nat 20.
Right.
-1 be darned.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
So, Ralph, pick a person you want to focus on.
Sorry, say that again?
Pick a person that you'd like to focus on between Verizian, Keldeo, Kyle, Manaphy, yourself.
Keldeo.
So you're focusing on Keldeo as Keldeo's going through this, and it's slowly dawning on you, you don't know the answer to this particular riddle.
Oh, of course I don't. I just remember doing it.
You're looking at this, and then slowly... I feel like you almost forget that Verizian doesn't notice you, and you're like, oh no, I don't know the answer to this question, and you start panicking.
Right.
With a nat 20, though, Kyle, you get a moment of clarity that you've never experienced before. Just this understanding of everything that's going on in this room. Manaphy knows the answer. Manaphy is already trying to pretend draw on a little bubble answer that it has. It's got a bubble notepad and a bubble pencil, and it's drawing them in. And Manaphy kind of points at you with the answers, and they're all correct, and you're just like, ha.
This child!
Bah. With a real smug look on its face.
Kyle gives Manaphy a couple pats on the head, good job. Proud of you.
Yeah.
You turn around to see Ralph. Ralph is panicking. Ralph doesn't know the answer to this question, and you're basically conflicted with the idea of whether or not to literally slap Ralph.
I look at Keldeo and I'm like, Keldeo, and I go, well, I did offer to give you the answers, but I just realized I don't have them either. So, sorry.
Kyle, you look at Verizian. Verizian is steadfast, looking directly at Keldeo, sort of glaring at it almost as it watches the answers being placed on the board. And then you look at Keldeo, and in a moment of clarity, you sort of see this aura around Keldeo. And Keldeo gets very, very focused and starts writing the answers on the board. And they're perfect. All the answers are correct. Just bang, 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 bang. One after the other, correct answer after correct answer. And then steps back, breathes out, then looks extremely nervous again.
That's wild. So I've seen this aura.
You have seen this sort of, aura, a faint outline that went around Keldeo and just burst at points. Almost like sun, what's it called? Solar flares or whatever? Where they sort of burst out of the sun. It's like a line around Keldeo, and then you just see bursts all over the place when Keldeo's writing the answers, almost mad scientist-like.
And Verizian was hyper-focused too, so Kyle's just gonna assume that Verizian saw this too.
You roll investigation.
Investigation is smart, yes?
Yes.
Oof, 8.
You're not sure whether or not they saw that. They could have seen the aura. They also could have just been watching Keldeo really carefully.
Interesting. Okay. So this kid's got something. He's got something.
Keldeo steps back, looks at Verizian.
Did I get it right?
Verizian just blinks, and the door opens, and Verizian says,
"Step outside of the door as you go into your next challenge."
Doot, 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 doot.
I assume
Step
Manaphy's
out
the
the
first one out of the door again.
Now that there is light and clear light, Manaphy's strutting its stuff. Just you hear the music in the background. You hear the Bee Gees song, the one Bee Gees song that everybody knows. Anyway, so stepping outside of the door, all of you guys step out, and Cavalion looks.
Now you enter the second room, the Tarakian.
Tarakian opens the door. Tarakian walks into that door, which is on the other side of the throne room. Keldeo starts walking in. Manaphy is now on top of Keldeo, just kind of like, whoa! And I assume you guys are following.
Kyle's shaking his head, following this child's gonna get me in so much trouble.
I'm following. Kind of impressed.
So you guys enter the next room, and Tarakian... Yeah, so you enter the next room, and Tarakian, basically same sort of situation. You walk in, lights close, lights open, and presto, you are in the middle of a forest.
This feels familiar.
Now, this is a sort of... We've decided to call these mystery paths.
Kyle
They're-
face bumps.
These are specifically designed locations that change into mingling with one another across the land, creating a massive labyrinth of pathways and locations. Your goal is simple. Head to the center, receive the chest, and return.
And Tarakian just kind of stands in front of the entrance, kind of just waiting.
This is just like when we had to get the apples. Way back when.
Kyle nods and then once again nudges Keldeo, nods, thumbs up, like, you got this, buddy. Easy.
So Keldeo starts walking in. Are you guys following or standing back?
I'll follow Keldeo, just in case they get in trouble.
Yeah, I think Kyle's gonna follow along.
Alright, Manaphy is now back in your bag as it's reached a forest, and Manaphy's, remember the last time it was a forest, there was that spooky ghosty person, so...
We
So all of you
love
guys-
childhood trauma.
Whoa. So you guys head into the forest, and now we're gonna do a classic thing. Y'all remember this game. It's the greatest game in the history of mankind.
Oh, yeah. It's time
Roll
to roll.
that dice!
Yes, sir. D4?
Well, actually, we're rolling a die singular. The name of the
We're
game
rolling
is
a
flawed.
Very true. Congratulations.
What do I win?
You receive a singular point.
1 class.
Hey! Let's get it.
Points can be redeemable for prizes and gifts in the Adoran shop, which you can find at your local Adoran dealer.
Am I rolling a D4?
It is up to us three. Who wants to roll the D4? I can roll it because it's Keldeo, or you two could roll it because you're the players and this is the player character in a way.
You should roll it because it's Keldeo. It shouldn't be us.
I like to sit back and listen. I never
Me
rolled the
too.
dice on roll that die, so...
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let me correct myself. I never rolled the die on roll that dice, so...
Yes, correct. So here's the situation. I need both of you to roll me a D20. No, strike this. Sorry, my mistake. Roll a D10.
Oh, you're
All of
lucky.
us, or just Kyle?
Both of you.
Okay. A D10.
I got a
Oh,
9.
fell off the
Though
table.
with the D20, I did roll in that one.
I got a 6.
Okay. All right. 9 and 6. Kyle, can you roll from Manaphy?
Man, if you got a 6.
9, 6, 6. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be rolling a D20 for movement. So
This
because
boy's
Keldeo,
speedy.
got legs, and also I don't feel like rolling something smaller. So
Are we going to be able to keep up with Keldeo?
yes.
Okay.
This is just movement in a dungeon or so. So this may take the same amount of time. It's just Keldeo's doing more per movement
Cool.
due to dungeon size or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so you guys roll 3, 6, 6, and 9. If I roll a 3, a 6, or a 9, you will get a prize. If I roll a 6, it is a bigger prize.
Oh.
Because Manaphy?
Because Manaphy rolled the 6, yeah. And
Yes.
Keldeo rolled a 3. So basically that's the case. If I roll on that one, you're fighting somebody. So I'm also going to roll to see how many times I need to roll. This is for my purposes only. That makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to throw them in the chat, and you're kind of gonna have to hope. So you guys can read them out if you'd like.
10. 11.
My man's reading the Powerball.
16. 11. 5.
And today's power number?
16. 18. 15.
And that's it. You guys, as you continue forward, find a chest. Wow, it's crazy. So Keldeo picks up the chest, puts it as its singular held item, as it does not have a bag or any held items, and looks to you guys like,
That was surprisingly easy.
I'll be perfectly honest.
Kyle just gives him like 2 thumbs up. Just like, yep.
I look at him and I tell him, yeah, I mean, finding an apple for us wasn't that hard either, so it's good.
Finding an... never mind.
It's
Okay.
a long story.
Kyle is once again giving Ralph a mean side eye.
Alright, and now we shall roll coming back.
So are we all doing the D10s again and everything?
No, it's the same numbers.
Okay.
So
we were just setting up the game.
Yeah. So,
No, Anirudh gets to play the game.
So your new Powerball numbers are 17, 17, 2, 7, 3. That's one prize. 4, 17. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 17. How many 17s did I
That
just
was
roll?
4 17s in
I
6
win.
rolls.
I just
think-
won the Powerball.
I think that's
My
five.
man said Yahtzee.
So there is one prize thing. So as you guys continue on the roll, you roll the 17, 17, yada yada yada. Halfway through your journey, you notice something on the ground.
Ooh, what is it?
So it looks like Poke, the money.
I reach down and I try to pick up some of this Pokemon.
Kyle goes in, slaps Ralph's hand, and
Ow!
gestures for Keldeo.
Oh, okay, fine.
Huh?
Keldeo,
What?
you
Yeah,
just-
what? Sorry?
There's some Poke on the ground. You can have it.
What's Poke? Oh, look! And picks up this. This is not Poke. This is clearly not Poke. It's not a circular. It doesn't have the P in the center for Poke. This is straight up a gold bar.
Oh, I want one.
Oh wow, some gold! Awesome. And Keldeo holds on to that.
Okay, I guess Keldeo's the star of the show here. We're just side characters. It's fine.
I mean,
You guys-
yes, that is exactly what is happening here.
Yeah.
And you guys continue forward afterwards, yada yada yada. And you have reached the entrance, I guess. Again. Terrakion looks at you,
Were you able to accomplish your mission?
and Keldeo pops out the chest.
Very good. Now, open the chest. The password is the type you were tested on.
And Keldeo thinks back for a second. Okay, well, it was about 25 minutes ago when I was doing the test. What was it? It was a leaf, that's right. So it just kind of basically says grass to the chest. The chest opens, and inside you see an apple. Terrakion grabs the apple.
Well done, well done.
And then starts eating the apple.
Kyle
we-
is giving Terrakion a very dirty look. Terrakion doesn't
Are
know
we-
this.
Are we witnessing the very first guild tryout? Is that what's happening?
That is Ralph asking this, or are you
This is
remembering
Mansour
this?
asking this.
Yes.
Wow.
Or one of the first.
And Terrakion basically gestures out the door.
Go to Cabalion for your next test.
And y'all walk out of the door. Manaphy is a king right now. Manaphy's like, we've already got 2 of these in the bag. What's the third one? I don't know what it is because I am a child born about a week and a half ago, but it's gotta be easy. That one was a quiz that I got. This one was, I literally found chest and some gold
I
thing
can't
that
wait
Ralph
for
was real
Manaphy's
about.
reaction to this next one. This is gonna be great.
Manaphy's like, that was a test, I got that. That was literally walking in a forest and we found a gold bar, which Ralph was real excited about. And since Uncle Ralph was excited about it, I'm excited about it. And now let's head into door number 3.
I
What do we
feel
got here?
betrayed.
Well, Kyle wasn't as excited. Kyle's like, wow, that's interesting. And Ralph's like, gimme, gimme. And so Manaphy, being a baby, is more excited about the gimme, gimme part.
Yeah, I feel betrayed.
Look, Manaphy, we all know Manaphy is turning out more like Ralph. At the end of the day, that seems to be where the character's going.
You try your best. You try your best to raise them right. And they do what they want.
Then they just act like they're deadbeat uncle. They think
Eh,
the deadbeat uncle's
I
cool.
mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
And then you guys walk over back inside. Cabalion is now basically standing, but by itself. And Cabalion's like,
Now you enter the third door.
Cabalion steps aside, and you see the door basically behind its chair open up. And Cabalion walks behind there. And Keldeo, kind of like real confident, like, yeah, look, the first 2 tests were good. We got this. Okay, walks in. And you guys are walking in, I assume?
Yes, Kyle is
Yep.
excited considering Manaphy and Keldeo's confidence levels right now. Kyle is excited. Kyle's excited for this really.
And you guys walk in, again, closed door, like dark doors. Manaphy pops back into your bag. Lights go on, and you see, I guess, basically like a basketball court without the basketball hoops and the paint
An
and stuff
arena.
like that. Like sort of like an arena.
A battlefield.
The battlefield is the wrong word. It is a gym. That is basically it. Like a gymnasium where you would
It's
play
a
basketball.
coliseum.
But all, like, I'm just thinking, like, all the Pokemon battlefields do basically look like.
True. But this is like wooden planks, your standard stone walls.
I'm sorry.
paint on the
Have
ground
you
or
not
anything like
seen Norman's gym?
Very true. Ignore what I said.
It's a
basically
battle.
Norman's gym.
It's a
Norman's gym,
battlefield.
It's Norman's gym except 600 years ago. And Keldeo looks around very confused, like, okay, that one was a quiz. That one was a test of like exploration. What would this one be? And Cavalion basically looks at Keldeo and says,
Now, you must try your strength.
Keldeo is now like, strength, yeah. Oh, wait.
Kyle is just on the sideline, like giving Keldeo 2 thumbs up with like a kind of a smirk, like, "Yeah, you got this."
Manaphy pops out of your bag and kind of like puts up its fist, like, put him up, let's go. Yeah, you mean...
Kyle like holds Manaphy, just like, settle down, settle down, child.
And who, I pray tell, may be your opponent?
And you see 2 doors behind Cavalion open up, and Tarakan and Verizian walk in.
Yep.
So all 3 of them stand in the line,
And they say, your opponent will be us.
and that's where we will end this episode.
Oh man,
Yeah, let's get it.
is it just a 3v1?
Yes.
It is a 3v1.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's rigged.
Did you not see this coming?
Well, it's rigged. It's not fair.
I mean, it seems perfectly fair to me, to be honest.
Poor Keldeo, we're gonna have to deal with 3. After we got himself, is it a he or a she, or is it a they? It's a they.
I think it's a they, technically.
After we got their
They/it.
confidence up,
Yes, yeah.
After we got their confidence up, they're just gonna get demolished in the 3v1.
Well,
But that is basically it. I don't know. Do you have anything to add, Mohammed?
oh, I was just gonna say, like, one of our 2 characters, I think it was Kyle, lost the battle in the guild tryouts.
Both
I
of you
do
guys
too.
lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, Keldeo's about to learn a lesson of even if you lose, it doesn't mean you're eliminated.
So that
Kyle's
will wrap
about to
up-
learn the lesson we learned at the start of this, where getting KO doesn't mean you're killed.
Yeah, because, of course, it makes sense. The rules of today and the rules of the past are exactly the same, right? And with that, thank you very much for watching. We hope that you have enjoyed. I have been your GM, your PM, your DM, Anirudh himself.
I've been Mansour playing Ralph.
And I've been Muhammad playing Kyle.
And until next time, truly, take care.